Obadiah is a prophet in the Bible. His name means servant of the Lord, which is fitting given his role and the weight of his message. Obadiah's book is unique in many ways. His book is very short. In fact, it is the shortest book in the Old Testament, consisting of just one chapter with 21 verses. Despite its brevity, the book of Obadiah carries a powerful message. We don't know much about Obadiah's life, but his words are powerful. He speaks for God with a voice that resonates through the ages. His message is directed primarily at the Edomites, the descendants of Esau. Obadiah's prophecy is a warning to the Edomites for their pride and their mistreatment of Israel. He foretells their downfall and the consequences of their actions, yet his message is not just one of doom. Obadiah's name means servant of the Lord. This is fitting. His message is from God. He warns the Edomites, who are the descendants of Esau. Esau was Jacob's brother, and Jacob is also known as Israel. Obadiah's message is one of judgment, but it also offers hope. He reminds us that God is just. He will punish the wicked, but he will also show mercy. This duality of justice and mercy is a central theme in Obadiah's prophecy. The Edomites, as descendants of Esau, had a long and complicated history with the Israelites. Obadiah's prophecy highlights the importance of humility and the dangers of pride. Esau was Jacob's brother, and Jacob is also known as Israel. The relationship between these two brothers and their descendants is a recurring theme in the Bible, symbolizing the struggle between nations and the ultimate triumph of God's will. Obadiah's message is one of judgment, but it also offers hope. He reminds us that God is just. He will punish the wicked, but he will also show mercy. He will bless those who are faithful to him. He reminds us that God is just. He will punish the wicked, but he will also show mercy. This balance of justice and mercy is a cornerstone of Obadiah's message. He will punish the wicked, but he will also show mercy. He will bless those who are faithful to him. Obadiah's prophecy serves as a reminder of the enduring power of faith and the importance of remaining true to God's will. He will bless those who are faithful to him. In the end, Obadiah's message is one of hope and redemption, encouraging us to trust in God's plan and to live righteously. Obadiah lived in a time of turmoil. The world around him was filled with chaos and uncertainty. The kingdom of Israel was divided, split into factions that were constantly at odds with each other. There was a lot of fighting, with battles raging across the land, leaving destruction in their wake. The Edomites were enemies of Israel, always looking for an opportunity to strike. They took advantage of Israel's weakness, exploiting every chance to cause harm. They attacked them when they were down. The Edomites were proud, filled with arrogance and a sense of invincibility. They thought they were safe in their mountain fortress, believing their stronghold was impenetrable. They boasted about their strength, convinced that no one could bring them down. But God saw their wickedness. He was aware of their sins and their cruelty. He sent Obadiah to warn them, to deliver a message of impending judgment. Obadiah's message was clear, leaving no room for misunderstanding. The Edomites would be punished for their sins, for their pride, and their actions against Israel. Their pride would be their downfall, leading to their ultimate destruction. God would bring them down from their high place, humbling them and showing his power. Obadiah's prophecy is short, but it is powerful. He condemns the Edomites. They were cruel to the Israelites. They gloated over their misfortune. They even helped their enemies. God saw their wickedness. He promised to punish them. He would destroy their nation. Their cities would be left in ruins. No one would remember them. Obadiah's prophecy is a reminder. God sees everything. He will not tolerate wickedness forever. He will judge the nations. He will punish the wicked. Section 4, Themes of Justice and Hope. Obadiah's message is about justice. Edom would face consequences. Their actions had repercussions, but the message also offers hope. Though God punishes, he also forgives. Obadiah reminds us God is in control. Even when things are bad, God is working. He has a plan. He will make things right. He will restore his people. Obadiah's message is for all people. It tells us to live right. We must be humble. We must help those in need. We must trust in God. Obadiah's message is still relevant today. Though it was written centuries ago, its themes resonate deeply with our current world. The timeless truths found in Obadiah's words speak to the human condition and the struggles we face. We live in a world full of injustice, Every day we witness acts of unfairness and inequality, from the cries for justice in the streets to the silent suffering of the marginalized. The echoes of injustice are everywhere. We see violence and hatred all around us. The news is filled with stories of conflict, and our communities are often torn apart by strife. It's a harsh reality that can leave us feeling overwhelmed and hopeless. It's easy to feel discouraged. When faced with the enormity of the world's problems, one might wonder if there is any hope for change. The weight of these issues can be heavy on our hearts, but Obadiah reminds us God is still on the throne. Despite the chaos and turmoil, there is a higher power at work. This assurance can bring us comfort and strength. He sees everything that is happening. Nothing escapes his notice. Every act of kindness, every deed of injustice is seen and remembered by him. He will not let injustice go unpunished. There will be a day of reckoning, a time when all wrongs will be made right. This promise is a cornerstone of our faith. He will judge the nations. Every leader, every government will be held accountable. His judgment is fair and just, and it will bring about true justice on a global scale. He will bring peace and righteousness to the earth. The vision of a world where harmony and justice prevail is not just a dream, but a promise we can hold on to. Obadiah's message gives us hope. It reassures us that despite the darkness, there is light. Despite the injustice, there is a promise of righteousness. It reminds us that God is in control. In the midst of uncertainty, we can find solace in knowing that there is a divine plan at work. He will make things right. The process may be slow and the journey may be difficult, but the end result is assured. We can trust in His timing and His ways. We can trust in Him. Our faith is not in vain. It is a source of strength and resilience, helping us to navigate the challenges of life. We can find comfort in His love and justice. In a world that often feels chaotic and unjust, His love is a constant and His justice is a promise we can rely on.